Take it away, Glenn.
Yeah, well, it all began in 5th grade. Yeah, and, like, I was the president of my school. Yeah, and the smartest kid in my class, and, like, most popular. Yeah, and then one day, I went on a jet skiing trip, and everything changed. Everything. Yeah, I got in a big jet ski accident, and like 6 weeks later, I woke up in the hospital. Yeah, and I was paralyzed. I couldn't talk. I couldn't even open my mouth because my jaw was wired shut. Yeah, and it just it seemed like a second. Yeah, and I opened my eyes and I was in this white room. Yeah, and I thought I was dreaming. Yeah, because like this was too weird to be real. Yeah, and but I looked around. Yeah, and I saw these pictures that my uncle painted for me of superheroes. Yeah, and I'm all, superheroes don't belong in a bad dream. So this must be a good dream. Yeah, and I'm all, oh, why can't I move anything though? Yeah, and I'm all, yeah, and I tried to move everything and yeah, and the first thing I could move was my mouth. So I smiled. No, it was more of yeah, and like the nurses came in and they were all, why is this kid smiling? He's like in the worst situation. Yeah, and like no one's talked to him. He just woke up from a coma. He must know something we don't know. Yeah, and I'm all, I do. We're in a dream. Yeah, yeah, and I just thought like, I'm just gonna like get out of bed and like walk out and like say, see you later, nurses, peace out. Yeah, and like I imagine this whole thing in my head, and I'm all, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, and I just like pictured and wished, and I rolled over, and I'm all, yes! And I rolled over again, and I'm all, yes! Yeah, and I rolled over again, and I fell out of bed, and I'm all, why didn't I stand up? Yeah, and the buzzers went off, and like everything, but yeah, and I had to like work really hard to like make like what I imagined like my life being like come true. Yeah, if we can imagine it, if we imagine like a perfect play, and like yeah, it will come true. It will. Yeah, and like I'm a painter, and I paint pictures for kids. Yeah, I work at Walmart. I'm a greeter. Yeah, and oh, look at that. Painting. Yeah, it's from today. Yeah, and and I paint pictures for kids that are having bad days because like I want to be like my uncle. Yeah, and like party. Yeah. And like pay it forward like my uncle. Yeah. But
so Glenn's uncle is the one that painted the superheroes that were hanging in the hospital.
Yeah, and so
So Glenn spends most of his time painting pictures for other people to help them have better days, which is awesome. Strangers.
Yeah.
How the superheroes inspired you with your own superpower? What was your
He has a book.
Oh yeah, I have a book. Yeah. It's called My Smile is My Superpower. Yeah, and that was the first thing I figured out how to move. Was my smile. Yeah, and guess what? It like changes everything. It changes everything. Yeah, all I have to do is like smile. Yeah, and like the world melts in my hand. Yeah, and like everything, like it doesn't go my way, but like I can get through it. I can accomplish anything if I smile. Yeah, yeah, and all I have to be is like a hard worker and smile, and you can count the job done. Yeah. Yeah. And one thing so I took a painting class in college. Yeah, and I loved it because it was just like stroking and like making beautiful masterpieces. Yeah, and I'm all, oh my gosh. Yeah, and one of the teachers said, Glenn, painting really isn't for people with disabilities. Yeah, I'm all, okay. Yeah, and I just trust everything like adults say. And so I'm all, okay, yeah, and I just dropped out. But I just kept painting and painting and painting and painting and painting at Walmart and yeah, and until like I became the Walmartist. Yeah, and everyone loves me. And anytime I have a problem with the boss, like one of my managers, and I go talk to the store manager, he's all, maybe paint him a picture. Yeah, I'm all, okay. Yeah, it's hard, but if I smile, I can do anything. Yeah, and
Glenn, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Glenn has seen the show 3 times,
Yeah.
and he loves it, and he'd see it every day.
Every day.
Why do you love it? What do you love about watching them perform?
I love watching you guys. I love it. Yeah, because it makes me feel like I'm at Disneyland. It does. Yeah, no. Like the same like in my heart. Yeah, like the same feeling. Yeah, and I was just like watching it and like paying attention to like what I was feeling, and I'm all, that's it. Yeah, and it's like joy and like love and like, oh, and it's like the happiest feeling I've ever felt. Yeah, is when you guys sing. Yeah, and that's why I come every night, and I would come every night for the rest of my life. Yeah, because
Audience again. If you on Thursday he was with us Thursday night. So if you heard somebody being, that's awesome, wow, amazing, that's Glenn. You'll hear him.
Oh, they need that. So that's
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's from the back of the balcony, so you will feel Glenn. Just having met him for a couple minutes, what do you notice? Yeah. Yeah.
He loves to smile.
He loves to smile. His smile is literally his superpower.
He's enthusiastic.
Totally enthusiastic. No inhibitions. Like you guys will hear it in the audience with his wows and amazing. Like he just feels, right? And he lets you know he's feeling it. June.
Super cheerful.
Cheerful. Like full of joy. Full of what I would say is the light of Christ, right? You can see it beaming in his eyes. What's so impressive about this, you guys, is Glenn had a major accident when he was 11. And it changed his life. And Glenn had a choice. He has a choice every single day. He gets out of bed in the morning. He can choose to be upset about it, or to be sad, or to not spread the light, right? Or he can choose to accept his circumstances, rise above them, and use his gift and his life to lift others. Glenn lifts every single person he ever comes in contact with. So I want you to learn from Glenn. I want you to smile. I want you to take your circumstances, those punctures that we talked about, right? Yesterday of 2020 and 2021 that are difficult. Glenn could puncture a cup with a lot of punctures, right? And yet he looks at those as opportunities to change lives.
Yeah, because guess what? When I'm painting like 20 pictures at a time, just like painting. Yeah, like I have so many people that want paintings. I don't know how I'm gonna finish it, but I just like paint 20 at a time, like every day, like so fast. Yeah, and you know how I do that? I do that because I know that you can't make mistakes. You can't make mistakes. And if you like do color out of the lines, or like do like make a splash, just like color in the lines, like all the more brighter, and so that your splash just becomes like a part of the masterpiece. Yeah, and I know that as we all like make our accidental masterpieces, we will all be like Picassos. And I paint superheroes for anybody and everybody I see like having a bad day, or just like anything I could like find that they need a superhero. I'm all, you need a superhero. What superhero do you need? Yeah, and they're all, oh, we need a superhero? Yeah, and I'm all, yeah, I paint superheroes. Yeah, but anyways, like I know that we are all superheroes at heart. Yeah, and well, the reason I was so like excited like last night was because I got in this accident when I was 11. Yeah, and the doctor said my brain would be trapped at 11 forever. Yeah, and just like being this like cultured 11-year-old, like I'm 11. Yeah, and then like seeing like my legs shaking, like my whole right side is paralyzed. Yeah, and just like seeing like all of you guys like move so like fluidly and stuff. I'm all, oh my gosh, that's amazing! Yeah, and I just am like so like taken back at how much color you bring into this world. Yeah, and hey, and if I could paint for each one of you, I will. Yeah, and
well, tell them we want Glenn to do a project. You know, we just got another trailer out in the parking lot, and we want Glenn. Glenn is an amazing painter.
Yeah.
So after you guys, when we have a break and when you wait for the show, you can look up Glenn with 2 N's, Stuki, S-T-U-K-I on YouTube.
No, C-K-I.
Sorry, S-T-U-C-K-I on YouTube, and see his art because it really
Hashtag
is
subscribe.
Subscribe to Glenn because he's not the boy, but we want him to come and paint our trailers with like musical theater people and pop people and amazing dancers.
Yeah.
And he might like even paint inside the building, so he will color your life.
guys. I love you. We're saying paint the world with love.
We're saying, one,